Cancer Rising's 2023 has a huge focus on being a build-up or support year to invest in your future, invest in your success, and build up your career. If you're excited to get into what 2023 holds in store for your rising sign, which is so crazy for me to be saying, I remember being like 2019 yearly forecasts and knowing that no one was gonna watch them, but I just did them for me. So it's big, I'm very thankful to be here today, so thank you guys, because I'm here because of you. But anyway, if you're excited to get into your 2023 forecast for your rising sign, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. So there's four main things we're going to touch on before we get into the details, and those are the four really major themes that are happening for Cancer Rising. Firstly, there's a Taurus pileup this spring that shows huge social or reputational new beginnings. They are disruptive but positive, and this is one of the main drivers for 2023. Secondly, Pluto will be briefly entering your Aquarius 8th house, giving a preview of financial or investment transformation that you will be playing out in the years to come. Then we have Saturn entering your Pisces 9th house, showing maturity or structure around education, travel, or beliefs. Those are becoming a little bit more challenged and a little bit more mature over the next few years. And also, the second half of the year has the North Node entering Aries in your 10th house and the South Node entering Libra in your 4th house. So there's much more focus on career and putting yourself out there, less focus on home and family, and you might be letting go of a chapter around that. So let's start out with pulling a tarot card to see what the initial energy for Cancer Risings is. We have Stop Loss reversed. This is Temperance reversed. So Temperance is a sign of balance, of weighing out all options, of being careful, and of being discerning. Temperance reversed is a fuck it, do not take the balanced or safe route, go all in. So January is very much an all systems go kind of month. It starts the year off on a very fast pace, a very intense energy. And for you, this will be happening around your relationships and your social life. So on the 12th, Mars stations direct in your Gemini 12th house. Mars retrograde in your 12th house has been several months of reconsidering or working on your mental health. It's been a particularly challenging energy in the background or internally. I'm very happy to say that Mars retrograde is over and you will now be moving forward with direct progress or improvement around your mental health that you might have struggled with over the past few months. On the 18th, Mercury will station direct in your Capricorn 7th house. So Mercury retrograde is communication disruption or difficulty. For you, it was in your Capricorn 7th house of relationships or partnerships. So with this ending, there's more clarity on relationship and communicating with your significant other moving forward. And finally, on the 22nd, Uranus will station direct in your 11th house of networking and social life, showing that there's some pretty intense sudden changes or shifts that you're growing into, and this will be growing over the course of the next few months as Uranus is direct. Now I'm skipping February, it's not as important of a month. March is a big month of some major wins, major changes, and some confusion along the way too. So this is in your 10th house of career and 9th house of foreign travel, beliefs, and higher education mainly. On the 1st to the 2nd, Venus will conjoin Jupiter in your Aries 10th house. This shows amazing events around career. You definitely could be getting something like a promotion or amazing career opportunities to open up March. And also with Mercury conjunct Saturn in your 8th house, there could be some serious news that requires you to commit financially to something, and that's part of this opportunity. Also on the 7th, Saturn will enter your Pisces 9th house. So Saturn is a planet of restriction, of challenge, of seriousness, and it's entering your 9th house of foreign travel, higher education, or serious beliefs. So all of these things might be something that you're becoming more mature or hardworking around in the 3 years to come. On the 12th, Jupiter will conjoin Chiron in your Aries 10th house. Jupiter is a planet of expansion. Chiron is an asteroid of vulnerability or of being triggered. So with Jupiter conjoining Chiron, this shows that you are expanding some type of sensitive topic in your career. It could be that you feel like you are getting to step into a vulnerability or an insecurity and make it more well known and teach about it. So it could be a teaching opportunity for you to help others around what you're insecure about. Then on the 13th to the 14th, Mars in your 12th house will score Neptune in your 9th house. This shows that you're working on your mental health a lot, but your long-term goals are making that challenging, that you have a lot going for you, a lot of priorities, and you're like, oh my God, there's so much on my plate, I'm really concerned. From the 15th to the 17th, the Sun, Mercury, and Neptune in your 9th house will score Mars in your 12th house, just showing that during during March, there's a ton of progress that you're making towards committing to either travel or education or a different belief system that will benefit you in the long term. And that's really leading to mental health worries or insecurity or like, how do I handle all this? On the 23rd, Pluto will then enter your Aquarius 8th house. This is a preview of large-scale financial transformation that you will be embarking on over the next few years. This is a very brief entry. It will then retrograde back out, but it definitely shows growth and more focus on your shared finances for the next 2 decades as something to transform, and this is a bit of a preview. Now on the 25th, Mars will finally leave your 12th house and enter your Cancer 1st house. This is really great for your mental health. It shows that you're no longer dealing with some internal demons or issues that may have plagued you. I'm sorry, that sounded really much more serious than it needed to be. But Mars has been in Gemini for 7 months, which has been in the mental part of your chart. But now moving forward, it will be in your 1st house of self. This can show that you're more aggressive, assertive, and also that you're pissing more people off. I wouldn't be too worried about it. I would just say that it is a more overt Mars transit, but it is a less challenging transit because it will not be retrograde in this part of your chart, obviously, and it will move through within just a few weeks. On the 28th, Mercury will conjoin Jupiter in your 10th house. It looks like amazing news in regards to career to end March. Really amazing, really growth-oriented news. And on the 30th to the 31st, Venus will conjoin Uranus in your Taurus 11th house. This looks like really sudden opportunities or very sudden growth of social opportunities in your life. Very suddenly, something around groups of people comes through in a really positive yet unexpected way. In April, this is a month of a lot of optimism and confidence as we start out the month on the 11th to the 12th with the Sun conjoining Jupiter in your Aries 10th house. All this Jupiter action in your 10th house shows amazing career opportunities spreading into April as well. And on the 20th, there's a total solar eclipse in your Aries 10th house. Solar eclipses are really large-scale new beginnings, and the 10th house is around career and around professional life. So this could be something really substantial kicking off around career for you that then develops over the next 6 months. On the 21st, however, Mercury will station retrograde in your 11th house. So communicating, or especially around social groups or with others that you are connected with professionally, could prove slightly difficult. May is a month of some foundational new beginnings, particularly socially for you. So on the 5th, there's a lunar eclipse in your Scorpio 5th house. Lunar eclipses are endings or chapters that are completing, and for you it's in your 5th house of romance or creativity, so it may be that either a romantic relationship is suddenly coming to an end, or you're finishing a creative project because it's moving on to another next level, another step. It doesn't need to be good or bad, so to speak, but definitely if it's in a relationship house and you're in one, it could mean that a chapter is ending around that. Then from the 14th to the 21st, Jupiter in your 11th house will square Pluto in your 8th house. This is a pretty substantial background transit during the entire year, but it shows that the growth of a social opportunity is leading to financial transformation for you long-term over your life. Then on the 14th, Mercury will station direct in your 11th house. Yay, communicating with this group is proving easier. Mercury retrograde is over. On the 16th, Jupiter enters your Taurus 11th house, showing the group of a networking or a group opportunity in your life. And on the 19th, there is a super abundant new moon in Taurus with a ton going on there that shows that you're embarking on a new organization, a new affiliation, or a new group of people that you're joining forces with. Jupiter will conjoin the North Node in your Taurus 11th house, showing massive growth of an opportunity and ambition continuously in your social life. But then on the 11th, Pluto retrograde re-enters your 7th house. You're reconsidering your relationship. You're done transforming finances in that preview. You're now back to focusing on relationship. And on the 17th, Saturn stations retrograde in your 9th house. So you're rethinking your boundaries, your goals, and your belief systems about what you're pursuing in the future. You're now like, whoa, 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 what do I really want to do here? From the 18th to the 24th, Jupiter in your 11th house sextiles Saturn in your 9th house. This is a background aspect of opportunity between the people that you're connected with and the opportunities for travel, education, and belief-centered goals that you can then get because of that connection with them. Look for people that are networking and introducing you to others. From the 25th to the 27th, Mars in your 2nd house will square Uranus. That there could be some financial versus friend group dynamics where it's like suddenly these opportunities mean that I'm losing money or that I'm spending a lot. That is something that could be happening. And on the 30th, Neptune stations retrograde in your 6th house. So you're rethinking your health goals related to your body or your physical health just in general from that point onward. In July, this is then a turning point or a reconsideration, specifically around career or family for you. It starts out on the 17th when the North Node enters your 10th house and the South Node enters your 4th house. So the North Node represents increase, it represents growth, it represents drive. And with that moving into your 10th house of career, it confirms this drive for career success that you're prioritizing. With the South Node in your 4th house, this is around letting go of family, of home, of priorities that are at the base of your life, and more so moving into a career success mindset. On the 19th to the 21st, Mars in your 3rd house will oppose Saturn in your 9th house. Looks like you're going after something day to day, but that your long-term goals and priorities are taking up a lot of your time. Like maybe you have a job and you're trying to be really productive, but your school and your degree and plans with that are taking up a lot of requirement time. So it's kind of this issue between your day-to-day tasks and also your long-term goals, feeling like they're putting obstacles around that. On the 21st to the 22nd, the Sun in your 1st house will oppose Pluto in your 7th house. So do be aware of being manipulated by a partner that you're either close with in work or close with around love. Looks like the middle of July has some relationship manipulation. So July 22nd, Venus is stationing retrograde in your Leo 2nd house, showing that you're going back and reconsidering financial values, financial priorities over the next few weeks. And finally, on the 23rd to the 25th, Pluto will be at the exact bending of the nodes. So Pluto will be at the 90-degree angle between the North and the South node, and this is in your 7th house. So something around relationships or partnerships is an important missing piece to balance out the career focus and not really being as involved with family right now. So your relationship and that transforming will be an important missing piece as those energetic extremes really enforce. In September, the pace is picking back up, specifically around money and around productivity for you. So September 3rd starts out with Venus stationing direct in your Leo 2nd house. This is great for moving forward with clear values or clear plans around money. It could have also been a more difficult financial time, and moving forward, things will be much smoother. Also on the 15th, Mercury will station direct in your Virgo 3rd house. This is great for moving forward with productivity or with communication tasks that you are reconsidering. October has the massive breakthrough cycle continuing. For you, this is around career in particular. On the 10th, Pluto will station direct in your Capricorn 7th house, moving forward with large-scale transformation or changes around relationships. On the 14th, there is a solar eclipse in your Libra 4th house, showing a new beginning or a substantial starting point around home and family to take place over the next 6 months. And from the 27th to the 30th, Mars in your 5th house will oppose Jupiter in your 11th house. Looks like you're working really hard on a creative project or you're dating someone and seeing them, and that opens up a lot of opportunities for you socially in connection to a group. And with Mercury conjunct Mars in your 5th house, looks like there could be some aggressive or some really intense words around your project or around someone that you're dating. November has some sudden changes as well, in particular around your dating and your social life. So on the 2nd to the 3rd, the Sun in your 5th house opposes Jupiter in your 11th house. There's a lot of focus right now around creativity and romance, and this is growing who you're socially connected to. On the 3rd to the 4th, Venus in your 3rd house opposes Neptune in your 9th house. So you're also trying to be really productive, but your long-term goals are making it confusing for how to go about managing your day-to-day time. On the 4th, Mercury in your 5th house will oppose Uranus in your 11th house. This continues to show that you're working really hard and diligently on a creative project or with someone that you're dating, but there's some social opportunities and also shakeups that are clouding this or leading this to be an interesting dynamic, let's say. It's not good or bad, but it's very interesting. And finally, from the 24th onward, Mars in your 6th house will square Saturn in your 9th house. So there could be some health or coworker issues that are because of the way that you're dedicating your time to school or your long-term goals. December is a pretty optimistic ending. We have Mercury stationing retrograde in your Capricorn 7th house, so you're going back and reconsidering communicating with a partner. There could be a time of reassessing the dynamic. Then on December 23rd, Mercury retrograde will enter your Sagittarius 6th house, which shows having to go back and reconsider health or coworker communications. And then on the 30th, Jupiter stations direct in your Taurus 11th house, showing moving forward with growth, connecting with others, socially. There's something around connecting with others group-wise that is continuing to grow now onward. And starting off 2024, January 1st, Mercury stations direct on January 1st, 2024 in your Sagittarius 6th house of health and coworkers. That will be something that moves forward January 2024, which is crazy to say in a video. Thoughts, predictions, or anything to say about what that already has coming for you, feel free to comment down below. Would love to hear from you and already your expectations or things you're looking forward to for this year. So the Work Your Light Oracle deck card, yes, I'm bringing these motherfuckers back out. I love that Oracle cards are being referred to as motherfuckers. Anyway, what we have Cancer Risings is Irama. Where are you being called to journey to? So I see there's a lot of 9th house going on for you, so I could see that you're traveling extensively or really journeying. I think that the where you call to travel to could apply to like, where do you need to really soar and reach to arrive at the goals in your career and in your life purpose and in your life impact. This was a helpful, informative guide to 2023. I put a lot of heart and soul into prepping for these, much more than normal, because I wanted these to be very important as the marinara sauce matures. It gets baked into the pizza, whatever. If you're new here, okay. I hope that this was, as I said, helpful and informative, and if you have any comments, I would always love to see them down below. I do scan through everything, and mostly I respond to what I can in the moment really recognize and see, but I do see almost everything, if not everything. I think I see everything, you know? Ping me multiple times if you really have an emergency. If not, like, I have a lot. I will see you in the next one.
There is one thing